Hi everybody, Kira here at Unfurl, and I haven't been on for a couple of weeks because um, cause life is just life as I know it is kind of falling apart, and it's flipping messy, man, really messy. You know, all the that expression that I'd heard, waking up from the dream. It's like I'm waking up from the dream, and I can see, like, kind of like I'm looking down on the little me down there, living the little struggly life, you know, buying into the story, single mom, doing it on my own, stressed out, life is hard. And I see this little character called Kira on the heroine's journey, that she's kind of got to go through this struggle to wake up. And at the moment, she is waking up, and it's my head is fried. I see fried. And I had an incident a couple of weeks ago, and it's all part of this. I woke up really early in the morning. I had chest pains. This was about 3:45 in the morning, and I thought, oh, that doesn't feel very good. So I tried to go back to sleep, and about 4:45, I woke up again, and it was pain in my chest, and I thought, oh, this isn't right at all. And I sat up in bed, and I had this feeling of dread rising up into my chest, and that feeling something's going to happen. And I had to thought I need to get into my children's room. They share a room, because if something happens to me in here, they won't know. They'll probably get up and go to school and think I've just gone off for a walk, so they won't check. So I headed into their room, and the next thing I heard my daughter screaming, "What, Mommy, what happened? What happened?" And I opened my eyes, and I couldn't work out where I was, and I was lying on the ground looking up at my son's loft bed. So I'd obviously passed out, and I just said to my daughter, "I need you to call an ambulance." And so she called an ambulance, and, well, actually, yeah, she called the ambulance, and then I said, she was hysterical, and I was just saying, it's okay, it's okay. I was totally calm, lying on the ground, totally naked. My poor kids. And I was just reassuring her, it's okay, I'm okay, I'm going to be okay, we're okay, you're okay. And then I said, give me the phone. And so I was able to give the paramedics, at the ambulance service, my address details. Paramedics came, 2 guys came in, and then they did all the checks, and heart, stroke, whatever, all fine. And I anyway got the all clear, and they just said low blood pressure, which I know I have anyway. And I had to get up and make school lunches and go and see clients. Basically, that's what I had to do, because I'm in the struggle. I'm in the story of struggle. So, can't not work. I have to have the money coming in. So that happened a few weeks ago. And ever since then, I feel like the whole story that's happening right now, the unfolding, is just surrender. Just let go. Let go of the story. Get out of my mind. And because of all the trauma processing work, like seeing all the little reactions I have to people in life, how unsafe it feels, it's safer to be on my own, this sort of withdrawing from life, I can see how all that inner story about life and about me has had me withdraw into this place of disconnection from life, where I live up in my head thinking about everything, analysing everything, but I'm never really feeling life, never really living life. I'm afraid of life, and so I live up in my head thinking about life. And at the moment, it's kind of falling away into this place of surrender. a bit, because it's hard to fully surrender, let go when you're a parent, because I'm not, as I said, I'm a single parent, so there's almost like this feeling of never quite being able to let go. So that'll unfold as it does. It feels hard to let go. Can I let go in it and be a parent? I don't know, but I'll certainly let you know if I figure it out. I mean, I guess I have to somehow. And so everything that's happening now, everything that's been happening over the last year and a half, I can sort of map it back a couple of years ago to when I had a beautiful relationship with someone, and through that experience I came to know myself as love. I became aware of the love that I am, and I was so awake. I was feeling everything. I felt like I was fully in life. And then he and I broke up, and at the time I remember watching myself. I was meditating, and at that point I was meditating. It just seemed to happen that I meditated. My eyes stayed open, and as I was meditating one morning, my heart was open. It was like a light that was shining, but I could feel the pain of this relationship ending, and this person had withdrawn and didn't want to keep in contact, and I could feel how as I tried, I could feel this haze descend over the light. So my eyes were open and I could actually physically see it happening as I was in it, willing my heart to stay open, and this mist descended, like this cold mist descended, and it was like a haze came into the space that had been warm and bright and clear. It had a cool detachment to it. There was a coldness, detached, slightly numb, and I couldn't stop it. Even though I could see it happening and feel it happening, it was like I was powerless to stop it. And after that, I went into what felt like the dark night of the soul, and since then all the trauma processing work has been happening with my therapist, meeting all these layers of protection. But my sense is that actually what I saw, what I experienced happening, was what happened in the very beginning in childhood, moving from that place of being light and being love. And it was so painful to stay open in that way when that love wasn't being reflected back by the people and the environment that I was growing up in because of the circumstances. But it was so painful to be love and not be met with love that this cold mist descended, and that's the what do you call it, like if awakening is the coming out of that, then that process is the opposite of that. And that's what happened. And I felt like this beautiful gift of the end of this relationship allowed me the opportunity to know or to witness what had happened in the very beginning, in childhood, in early life. This disconnection from the light, and the layers, the mistrust, the fear, all kind of shrouding over this light and clarity and love, warmth, openness, connection to all things. So it was the opposite of that happened. And then over the last year and a half, this dark night of the soul thing, I think, it's been meeting all the layers of protection. And I'm tired now. I'm so tired. I feel really burnt out. Burnt out from the struggle, burnt out from all the doing. Like, there's no avoiding the doing when you're a single parent, and my elderly parents live nearby. So this is all the story, right? Elderly parents, young children, youngish children, work, meditating every morning, walking, exercising, shopping, laundry. It never ends. It never ends. I try and get the kids to do the vacuuming because I really don't like vacuuming. Thankfully, I don't do any ironing. We don't have anything that needs to be ironed. That would be one step too far. That would be the end of everything. So yeah, very tired, very, very, very burnt out right now. And it is this whole place of surrender. And I guess that's why all this kind of eyes opening back up again. Coming back out into connection with nature, seeing nature, really seeing nature. Gosh. So that's where I've been. Melting down for the last few weeks. Melting down. Ta-da! So now what? Who knows? I just want it all to slow down for a bit. I just want to hand over the responsibilities. And you know, that the paramedics coming was pretty much, it was so symbolic of being able to hand over to authority, hand over the weight of responsibility. I couldn't hand over responsibility to my daughter who was trying to make the phone call. I kept being mum. It's okay, we're fine, we're good. I'll give them the details. So it's like some part of me said, no, I can't leave that responsibility with her. And then when the adults came, I just went, ah. Although I did manage to get my pajamas on before they arrived. Oh, guys, seriously. Oh, it's just mental, absolutely mental. This is it. This is it. All right, that's it for today. Sending you guys so much love, and so lovely when I get your comments. Just really lovely. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.